Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Give my life replays for today's card. And on today's show, a picture from the NBA. It is a 9-game card from the NBA today. Also picks from college basketball. We get a hockey guy in here today. We'll get you some hockey. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. And, of course, you guys can also check out our website over at tonysfix.com as we give our free plays. But if you want our best bets, you guys looking for best bets and more, head on over to our site at tonysfix.com. Documented handicappers. We're ready to go here for this card on Tuesday with our premium plays. Best bets, $19 promotionals, 3-packs, props, and more over at tonysfix.com. So pay to visit and go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, with you here, as we said, every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. Set those notifications because we have 5 live shows over our channel, so you don't want to miss any of them. Of course, welcome, folks, the 3-vig in there as well. Got his parlay in there for you today. And then looking at yesterday's, almost came home. Blazers had a horrible first half, and he forgot how to shoot free throws. That's the case there, yeah. My day yesterday, hit the best bet again with getting all those points with Nebraska, but couldn't hit anything else. Had a rough one for me, but we'll look to bounce it back here for today's card as pretty good games here from NBA schedule for today. ESPN coming in with a nice one today. So might be solo today. We'll see. But we'll get started here with the NBA. Appreciate everybody's contributions here in the chat there as we'll start here. We'll do first 3 in the NBA here. We got the Lakers and Cavs here with the Lakers. Going to be dogs here. It's a Cavs 3. There's a 2.5 out there, but heavily juiced. Total 235. Bulls and Pacers. Here we got the Bulls. We see 2.5 and 2. We do see a 1.5 at Circa. They're the lone wolf at 1.5 right now. Total 235 and have Circa the sharpest book on land there, but Pinnacle the sharpest book in the world. So it was Chris there. But there we go to Hawks and Celtics. The Celtics in the lay 6.5 here, total 230.5. And we'll take a look at the injury reports here from the first series of games here. Lakers and Cavs. Looks like Reese and T-Row will be out for the Lakers. For the Cavs, no Garland, no Mobley, no Strus. Hunter and Merrill will be probable in that game. And then we'll go to Chicago and Indiana. And this one, Collins and Jones out for Chicago. And we got Obi Toppin out and Walker out for Walker will be questionable for Indiana. And then we'll take a look here at this game between the Hawks and Celtics. We can get our browser going. Okay, we got Porzingis, Versace still out. The shooters out for Atlanta. Tatum out. Keta doubtful. Garza here is questionable. Also, welcome your guys' picks as well in these games. In this block, I'm going to look at Cleveland here and laying the points with the Cavaliers. I talked about how Cleveland pretty much, I'll just say they started with a gallop, right? Last year, this was a team that sprinted to the start, faded down the stretch, early elimination in the playoffs. They kind of struggled down the stretch, took them a while to clinch that number 1 seed, but they looked like they were taxed after starting quickly. But it looks to me that they're taking a different approach. It's a gallop in the first half. Now they're starting to sprint here in the second half, hopefully for them coming in strong for the postseason. Kind of taking the script from Indiana, right? Indiana did that last year, right? They started with a gallop, close, strong after the break, after the midway point. And, of course, the year before, the Pacers sprinted and then faded late. So it looks to me they're taking the script right out of Indiana. I'll lay it here with Cleveland. I don't trust the Lakers against these good teams, especially on the road here in this spot. Cavs over the past 2 weeks have really defended well, holding teams to 45%, 43%, shooting 32% from 3. They're in the better defensive form right now than the Lakers. Looks to me that we got a good form right now with this Cavs team. I think that's the script for them. Let's push hard second half. I'll take Cleveland there. Bulls and Pacers. I'll look at the Bulls based on their shooting. You look over the past 2 weeks, 51%, 42% from 3. Indiana here just not defending, not shooting well over that same period, just 44%. I'll look at the Bulls in this spot here, laying the points. And then in this one with the Hawks and the Celtics, this Celtics team here has been inconsistent here shooting the basketball over the past 2 weeks, just 45%. I'll look here at taking the points with the Hawks at the plus 6.5. In this one, the Hawks have won and covered 3 straight. Good defensive three-point shooting. Looks like they figured out how to play without Versace and Porzingis. So I'll take the points in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Continuing on here with the NBA, we go over to the Magic and Heat. And the Heat are going to be laying 3 points at home coming off that road trip, total 228.5. And then we'll come in here with the Knicks and Raptors here. We got the Raptors here laying 1.5 at home. The total sits 221.5. Hornets and Grizz. We got the Grizz here. Dogs here, 2 on the road. Bring Alminos in right now. I think he's got a new shirt on right now. Alminos, what's happening?
Yeah, you won't catch me wearing a team I don't root for is gear too often, but actually this one was gifted to me by a professional soccer player in Greece, and a guy I had the pleasure to share the pitch with. May he rest in peace. But also, unfortunately, a tragic accident. Some PAOK fans yesterday were traveling to watch the Champions League game over there in France that they were playing, and unfortunately got into a wreck, and 7 dead in that one. So may they rest in peace as well, and best of luck to their team.
Absolutely. All right, Anita's here with this. So let's go ahead. Let's start. I started the first block. So in this block for you, cover the first 6 games here. Lakers, Cavs, Bulls, Pacers, Hawks, Celtics, Magic, Heat, Knicks, Raptors, and Hornets, and Grizzlies.
All right, give me 1 second here. First up, we got – sorry, I know you just went through them. My list is different. Okay, Lakers, Cavs. Original thought was to hop on these Cavs, but again, just too many key injuries, I think, for them there. I think the Lakers can't get the job done here without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley on the court. Well, they got some serious issues out there, so I'll lean towards the Lakers there in that one to get the job done, kind of like the money line as well. Next up, we got Bulls, Pacers. Yeah, I kind of like the Bulls quite a bit in this one. Again, hasn't been good recent history against these Pacers. They've lost both meetings, I believe, this season to them. One of them just a 2-point loss, though, if my memory serves me right. But again, I don't think they lose a third time to this Pacers squad that's really hasn't played too well against too many other teams. And recently just pulled off a big upset, but other than that, it's been pretty ugly. So I'll lay the points there with the Bulls to get their double revenge, if you will, in that one. Next up, Hawks, Celtics. Yeah, it's kind of where that line is, I think, just about right. -6, I'd probably be all over the Celtics here. Might look for Celtics to win both halves. Again, if I had to choose a side here as far as the spread's concerned, I'd lean towards the Celtics. But again, getting to almost too many points. Still looking that way, though. And then Magic, Heat to wrap it up. Give me just 1 second here. Yeah, I might come back to this one in a minute. Go ahead, Tony.
All right, I'll tell you what I think about these 3 games in this block here in this one. I'm going to look here at the I'm going to lay the low number here with the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets in this spot here. Looking at Charlotte, this is the team here that has shot the ball very well. When you have those big 3 in there with Miller, Ball, and Knipple, they've been doing very well, shooting the ball well. Hornets over the past 2 weeks, 49% shooting, giving up just 44%. This Memphis team is very hard to figure. They've lost 6 of 8 bouts of poor shooting. I just don't really trust them here. I'll look at the Hornets team, who have shown that they can win on the road. Going back, look at the Hornets here. They've won 3 of 4 on the road. Really good shooting here. So I'll go ahead and take it with the Hornets there in this spot. Also here, looking at this Knicks Toronto. I'm going to take Toronto here. They have the rest advantage. Raptors have won and covered 4 straight with really good 3-point defense. Of course, New York had a game last night. Then they have to cross the border into Canada. You know what that's like these days here. So they could be held up a little bit there. So Knicks a losing road team, 9-12 on the road. So -2.5 net rating. They missed the cover in 8 of 13. Shooting issue. Of course, I'm not a big Mike Brown fan. Usually losing streaks turn into crisis, and we see it again here. And it ends up with impacting relationships with players. We saw it with Cat here. We saw it with the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox. We saw crisis in LA when he was the head coach of Lakers. Losing streaks become crisis management situations, and it doesn't seem to get right there. So I'll look at Toronto there in that one. It's a tough spot for Miami coming off that road trip, but I do not want to lay Orlando here. Orlando is just falling off. Without Franz Wagner in the lineup, they just don't win, and they can't shoot. I mean, that just seems to be the issue with this team. Jaime Hawkins came off the bench, had a good game against Utah. They're looking here at this Orlando team. They've lost and failed to cover 4 straight, bad shooting and defense. The Heat have won and covered 3 of 4. spots of good three-point shooting. But you look over the past 2 weeks, the Magic hitting 42%, giving up 52% shooting, 44% from three. Just can't trust this Orlando team, even though this is supposed to be a bad spot. But heck, it was supposed to be a bad spot at the end of the road trip here from Miami, and it wasn't. So the Heat might be turning around here. I'll look at the Heat in this spot there in that one. And we'll go back over to El Ninos.
Yeah, so sorry if I
got Orlando. Okay, this block is Magic, Heat, Knicks, Raptors, Hornets, Grizzlies.
Knicks, Raptors. Sorry, not too much here on this block.
Then we have Magic, Heat, and Hornets, Grizzlies.
Yeah. Did we finish the card yet?
No, we're doing 3 and 3 and 3. We're doing 3, 3 and 3.
3, 3 and 3. Okay. Sorry, I had to get up and get my charger a second ago. So sorry, you got Magic, Heat, Knicks, Raptors, and Hornets,
Grizzlies. Yeah, Hornets, Grizzlies.
Yeah, not too much for me in this block.
Nothing block. All right, let's go to the next block. All right, well, next block will feature Timberwolves and Mavericks. We got Minnesota, a 7-point road favorite, total 220.5. Warriors and Jazz. The Jazz back-to-back here, but they're getting Golden State laying 10 in this one, total 239.5. Spurs and Rockets. The Rockets here, 2.5, total 220.5. We'll take a look at the injury report in this final three on the board here for tonight. We're going to look here at this Minnesota-Dallas game. We got Shannon out, Miller questionable, Anthony Edwards showing up here as questionable. Let's take a look here what's going on with Anthony Edwards. Could probably be that foot situation again, that foot again. It's coming up. He could miss 2 straight games with that foot injury. So we'll take a look here. It is a front end of a back-to-back here for Minnesota, so we'll see how they manage this situation here with Anthony Edwards dealing with that foot there. And for Dallas, no Davis, no Irving. Cooper Flag is questionable. He's a key cog there. Issue with Flag is the ankle. He was doubtful for Sunday's game before it was postponed, and this is also a front end of a back-to-back. So he could sit this one out. We'll just see what they want to do here with this key player. So keep an eye on Cooper Flag in that spot as they are. Remember, 2 injured players, both teams in front ends of back-to-backs. Warriors and Jazz. We got Seth Curry, Kuminga out. Steph Curry, Green, Payton are all probable. Cryer here is questionable. For the Jazz, no Harkless, no Yang. Nurkic questionable. Keyonte George is questionable. He missed yesterday's game, and I think the word was that he was going to miss yesterday to play today. I think that was the plan, so keep an eye there on George. Could be back in tonight. Spurs in Houston. So Khan questionable for San Antonio. Adams, Van Fleet out for Houston. Go down, Ninos.
Yeah. Again, this Wolves Mavericks definitely looking like a happy hour special for sure. I don't even know if we'll have enough updates by then either with the slightly later start. But I'm basically going to back the side that's going to get either Edwards if he ends up playing or Cooper Flag if he ends up playing and Edwards sits out. I'd probably look at the Mavericks with the points there. Obviously, we'd lose a little bit of value there, but I'd still look that way. If Edwards ends up playing this one, I'd probably lean towards the Timberwolves. And again, would rather probably take them to win both halves rather than lay more than 2 possessions, but still would lean towards the Timberwolves. Yeah, Warriors just laying a few too many points there. I'd probably start looking at the Jazz. And again, if you really like the Warriors, take them to win both halves rather than lay double digits. I think it's a better long-term proposition myself. And looked at this total here in this late one between the Spurs and the Rockets. Spurs coming in at 29 and 18 to the under. The Rockets, I remember it doesn't feel like too long ago when they were automatic overs, but they'd always kind of played at that slow pace, and I think it's caught up with them here now, coming in at 23, 20, and 1 to the under. So again, both teams trending that way. I think we'll take an under here.
Yeah, from Al Nino saying, when I think of hear about these games, I'll go ahead and take the points with Dallas. They have been in pretty good shooting form here and defending the 3 right now. The Mavs have won and covered 5 of 7. Good shooting here, and they're getting some good play from Najee Marshall in the lineup in there. Max Christie's waking up. Maybe he's a late bloomer. Lakers maybe should have moved him. But Max Christie's starting to hit the scoring column there So I'll look at the Dallas there. I don't trust Golden State laying doubles. I'll take Utah plus the 10, especially with Keontae George expected back in the lineup. Him and Markkanen together, I think it's a good combo here against the Warriors team, who's had their issues defending a three-point shot of late. We know the Jazz can shoot, but they can't defend. But again, sometimes you can cover double-digit spreads by playing that style. So I'll take the points there with Utah. Yeah, I'll lay it here with Houston in this one. San Antonio has missed the cover in 4 of 5 spots of poor shooting. Rockets have won 5 of 6. Good three-point defense. They've been defending the three very well. And over the past 2 weeks, allowing 45% shooting, just 30% from three. I'll take Houston in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention right on over to college basketball. We'll do it in 2 blocks today on this board today. So we got some early starts, some weather makeup games here, very small conference games here at 11 a.m. Eastern time. But in block 1, we're going to cover the game starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time and include the 8:30 Eastern time game. So the games from 9 Eastern and later we will do in block 2. So in block 1, it's 2 p.m. Eastern and include the 8:30 Eastern. We go to El Ninos.
Ooh, all right, okay. I'm going to start off with Cal here over Florida State. Now they'll be missing a piece here. Lee Dort will be out for this one, but still, I think they've been a much better team so far this season, and I think they can at least cover this number, if not win this one outright. FSU really struggling from the free throw line as well, if it does come down to that. So, like Cal there over FSU. Austin P here. A lot of funny line movement on this one. But I still think Austin P is the right side here over Eastern Kentucky. Again, another team that's just been having a much better season. Coming in with some pretty good defense and definitely going after those steals, which again can create some easy transition offense. So I like Austin P in that one. Next up, we're looking at Denver over Kansas City. Now, neither team playing particularly well, but Denver's just 3-9 on the road. But again, Kansas City just coming in at 4-17 and not shooting the ball well at all. At least Denver's been shooting the ball pretty well, and I think that makes a difference in this one. So I'll lay it there with Denver. And then we got Belmont having themselves a nice season here. And I think laying a fair price coming in to Valparaiso there. And again, another team that's been shooting the ball really well from deep. They come in playing the better defense and just been, again, the much better team overall. I think they win this one by 2 possessions plus.
Man from Alanino said, what do you think about these games here? I'll look at Kennesaw State laying the points against Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky there's something going on with this team. I don't know what it is. There's some I don't want to say funny business, but the way this program used to be a lot better than this. 12th in effective field goal shooting. They are dealing with some injuries coming into this game. Kennesaw State has been very strong at the last. They make their free throws. You look over the past month, Western Kentucky has failed to cover 5 of 7 with really poor shooting. And over the last month, hitting just 37% shooting overall. It's just terrible shooting for them. The Owls are a really good shooting team at home from overall and from 3 and defending. I'll take Kennesaw there and lay it. I'll take Xavier plus the points against Seton Hall. Seton Hall 7th in offensive efficiency. This is a team that struggles shooting the basketball. Also giving up 38% from 3, 56% from 2. I can only look at Xavier here in this one, in this spot. Musketeers have covered 5 straight with really great 3-point shooting. Seton Hall has lost 4 straight with poor shooting. I'll look at Xavier in that spot, as I said. I'll look at Missouri State to get it to cover against Sam Houston State. This is a Sam Houston State that turns the ball over against Conference USA and only 65% of the line. Defensively, they don't force turnovers. Missouri State is 3rd in offensive efficiency in Conference USA. Strong on the glass, good 2-point shooting, and very good at forcing turnovers and work on the glass. And they're in very good shooting form right now and defending. So I'll take Missouri there in that spot. I'll lay it with Georgetown. DePaul hasn't won a road game in conference. I don't think they've won a road game all season long. Hoyes at home can shoot the ball pretty well, 46%, giving up 42% overall. DePaul on the road hitting just 31% from 3 and giving up 42% from 3 on the road. 3-point defense has been terrible for this DePaul team on the road. I'll look at Georgetown in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. As we continue on, we'll close out college basketball with these final games. We'll cover the games at 9 Eastern and go all the way till 11 p.m. Eastern time. So notable games here in this block would include Minnesota, Wisconsin. Wisconsin going to lay about 7 to 8 points there. Also, we've got in this block Houston and TCU. Houston going to lay 8 points on the road in that one. Big number there. Also, we have San Francisco, Santa Clara. Santa Clara now 10 against the Dons. And then we've got UCLA and Oregon. UCLA has moved all the way up to 5 now in that game. So we move on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, a couple I looked at here, not as many as the last block, but slightest of leans here to San Diego over Pepperdine. Again, just a team that hasn't traveled particularly well, just a 1-7 on the road, but matchup they should be able to handle here. So I think they start improving that awful road record. And this one, then I was looking at Seattle over Washington State here, coming in as a slight road dog. I'll probably just take a money line coming in, playing some solid defense. Again, another team that likes getting after those steals as well. So I'll take Seattle there. And, yep, the UCLA-Oregon game, I'll lay it with UCLA here. Just, again, coming in as the better team. And, again, not particularly good on the road, just 2-3, but shooting the ball well from deep. And, again, just the better team in my opinion here. So I think they win this one by 2 possessions plus.
Yeah, from Al Nino, so tell me anything about these games here. I'm going to look at Murray State here, laying the number here against Illinois State. Illinois State here in the Missouri Valley Conference has turned the ball over. They don't make their free throws and give them 35% from 3. Murray State is number 1 in offensive efficiency in the Missouri Valley Conference. Good ball security, 55% from 2, 78% at the line, and they defend the 2-point line pretty well. And you look at Illinois State on the road, give them 49% shooting, 39% from 3. Racers shoot and defend well at home. I'll look at Murray State there. Yeah, even though it's a line move, I'll still look at UCLA here. I just don't trust this Oregon team. It's gone south here. 1-8 in the Big Ten this year. They lost at home to USC, Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State. On their home court, they lost those games. That Michigan State game was ugly. I can only look at UCLA. It's not a long trip. They stay on the West Coast, so the Coach Cronin's not going to complain. So you're not going to hear no complaints. He'll find something to complain about. You know that, but he won't complain about the travel in this game. So Bruins in really good defensive form coming in. I'll look at UCLA in that spot. All right.
Got a quick question there about the early DGen special.
Oh
quick little stat on that one brought to you by Rod there. So shout out to Rod. Mississippi Valley State 10-1 to the under in the first half after taking 2 straight double-digit losses to conference rivals. So quite the streak there in the first half unders for that matchup.
There you go.
And, of course, there's no way I'm laying 3 touchdowns either. So
Mississippi Valley, there you go. When they get smashed, Mississippi Valley looks to play some – at least slow it down, right?
Dog went nuts for this one, too.
The dog likes the dog there. Missouri Valley, the only way they play good defense is slowing the ball down. That's it. The point totals go down with them. Yeah, wheelchair on the way. I'm blowing the joint up. There you go. Ron Hahn. He's ready to leave it out. He's ready to hospital handicapping's tough. He wants to get out of there. That's the way it is. He's blowing this joint. Why don't you just go up to Cadillac? Just go up to Cadillac, Michigan. There you go. That'd probably be a better way to do it there. There we go. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. Here is we will go over to the hockey for right now. NHL. Where's the NHL? The short card day NHL, only 3 games. So go over to Al Ninos here to give us the picks in the NHL.
Yeah, not too much in the NHL for me today. There was one matchup I kind of looked at, and it's I'd take a small shot here on the Blue Jackets. Again, the Flyers just come crashing down right now, just 2-6-2 in their last 10. Again, it wasn't that long ago they were starting to play some good hockey, but now heading the other direction there. The Blue Jackets coming off a big win over the Lightning, coming in off 2 straight wins. They're at home on their home ice again, laying a little bit of juice. You can put a little bit on the money line or the puck line to bring this juice down, but that's where I'm looking with that. And that's probably my strongest play today on the ice. We also look at the Avs -1. Again, not playing particularly great hockey right now, but think we're getting a decent price on them because of those recent imperfections. So I'll take the Avs -1 there. You can take them in regulation again if you prefer that.
There you go here from El Nino. So, right, we got you through our sports coverage. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our cappers can give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call there. We get to start with El Nino's.
All right. Kind of like these two hockey plays, but let's look at this NBA card real quick. We'll take the Lakers, Bulls, and I know there's another one I like here. Lakers, Bulls, Colorado Avalanche.
There we go with El Nino's here. Tell you what I like here. I'll go ahead and take it with the Charlotte Hornets. I'll take the points with the Jazz. The 10s are gone. 9s are coming up right now in that one. I'll take the Jazz plus the points, and I'll lay it with the Rockets there at home against the San Antonio Spurs. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a very good a week of action here with a lot of hoops, NBA, hockey as well on the board. Remember, guys, click the link in the description. That'll take you right on over to Tony's Picks, where you'll find our premium plays up there on the board. Of course, El Nino's enjoying a great year over on Tony's Picks right now. As you can take a look here at El Nino's numbers for the year, 1,057 units of profit, documented based on $100 unit wager size. Al, what do you got for sale today?
Just my alley-oop again today, looking for a bounce back. Team won the game, but unfortunately didn't cover the spread for us yesterday. So looking for a bounce back there today. If you want to go check that out again, can't win them all. We sure do try, but kind of like this matchup quite a bit. And I actually like another couple plays in the NBA today, so might get there with another player too. So keep an eye out for those. Grab yourself a long-term 2-for-1 capper pass and make sure you get all those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Here, boy, down here, it's over at Tony's Picks. You can see the profit guarantee play up there for the NBA LU from Al. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. So get on board with Al over at TonySpicks.com. Long subscriptions are also a way to go. You can see Al up to 7-day All Sports Pass up there. Get all of his premium plays for 7 days. You can apply that promo code TonyT to save that 15% off. And also pick it up a 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match up El Nino's here with your favorite capper by just selecting the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks. Put up great numbers on the board, as you can see, for 2026. All right, over on the site today, I have a best bet on the board from NBA. Also, I've got a 3-pack I'm working on right now. So I'll have 4 premiums for you guys today here on the site. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. Remember to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Knock off that 15% off when you do that. All right, with you here, guys, every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Six Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. Really helps us build up our audience when you do that. Head on over to the YouTube, because over on our YouTube channel, we have lots of great content up there for you guys. You find all the content. Best way to check us out here is head on to search on Tony's Picks, land on our homepage. That's where you'll be able to find us. I think effectively there. You'll see our live shows when they're live. You'll see it on the top. Past live streams are up there right now. Ramon's Night Moves with DeAndre are up right now. Of course, a complete rundown on the card from Ramon. Also, look ahead. Get ahead of the line moves with the look ahead. Alessandro today with the look ahead show. So check that one out. Of course, happy hour with Rod, Daily Dangle as well. Hockey show with Rod. So 5 live shows over our channel, guys. So check it out if you would. My compilation videos are up there as well. Prop video. We got Chris's hit list from the NHL up right now. So check that one out. Our NHL NFL playlist for you, NBA playlist as well up on the board. We also have college basketball playlists up there for you. So lots of great content over on the Tony Six YouTube channel. Check it out. It's hot and rolling right now with lots of content on the channel for you guys. Hockey, Ramon's got you covered. So does Alessandro's got you covered on the NHL. Complete rundown on all the NHL today from Alessandro as well as Ramon. So check it out. MMA, we got 5 picks here. Got some boxing coming in with Alessandro. Boxing pick here from Alessandro Day, ready to roll there. Also, it's got some boxing card for you guys. So check it out here. Fights covered by Alessandro here on the show. It's not boxing picks, box. That's not Alessandro. So our editors putting in boxing picks there. So check it out there with Alessandro up there. Also, fight picks from UFC up on the board as well. So lots of great content on the channel, guys. Our videos, our shorts, are locked and loaded for today. So a lot of great content. Check it out here on Tony's YouTube channel. Of course, Al, you've been pretty much a fixture here on the live show.
Yeah, definitely been a lot of morning shows for me, but yeah, keep tuning in early. And also, as Tony just showed you all the other great content we got there. Make sure you go check all that stuff out over at Tony Speaks YouTube channel.
That's right. Check us out on the YouTube channel, guys. Lots of great content. Our short sections populated with a lot of great content as well. Brian came in today here with a pick from NBA. Of course, we talked about Alessandro in there with his shorts as well, and hockey coverage for you guys over on the channel. So we're locked and loaded with a lot of content over at Tony Speaks YouTube. Like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time over on the YouTube channel. All right, guys, I'm with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. Of course, we appreciate you folks in the comments giving out your picks and more here on the channel. Of course, our man Scripio likes -3 in Iowa. That's not a pick. That's how cold it is in Iowa today. It's freezing up there. Freezing. Bo will be joining us soon here on the live shows as well as our YouTube content. Bo here. Check him out at Tony's Picks. He'll be back. He's back. Ron Hahn out of the hospital on his way to Cadillac there from Ron Hahn. That's his parlay today. Shout out to you as well. Cow Dog there in our chat. Stay warm in the Chi-Town area. And KG in there with us today. Cat Town under and Cooper Flag points under today. Carl Anthony Towns there from KG 11ism. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Any closing thoughts, El Ninos, before we close it out?
Yeah, just best of luck and drive safe out there, guys.
Yeah, have a nice, safe drive, everybody. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show.